Hiya, welcome to the channel and happy 2022. I hope this year is a better year than last year. So let's get on and look at some new records which I feel are must-haves if you're a jazz or vinyl collector in general. These are the ones that came through after Christmas and are exceptionally important albums in my opinion. So let's move on to Moderator's Midnight Madness. Thank you to Baraka P for mentioning this on his channel. This is a great album, probably rap, experimental in nature, and what he does very cleverly is cut in the beginnings of old films at the beginnings of his tracks. So the first track is The Story Begins, which is the intro. Then Unspoken, Walking Slow, Wish I Was Dead. They've all got a bit of a film theme to them. And that album cover is splendid. It's really, really lovely. Really great. It's on purple vinyl. It is digital, clearly. It's not an audiophile quality record. But it is lovely, worth having. Lots of really great earworms on this. So a very good track, very good album to have in your collection. So, and that was 2021. So, Midnight Madness from Moderator, really good, worth checking out. Secondly, it's Nina Simone's Little Girl Blue. My thanks to Vinyl Rules OK for mentioning this. It's in a beautiful quality thick jacket. It's had the Kevin Gray mastering touch, and I didn't think I was a Nina Simone fan, to be honest, but listening to this, it is so intimate and so beautiful. The music just, if you like soul and you like jazz and you like, I mean, you would have heard of Nina Simone, but this sits very proudly next to my Sarah Vaughan, Aretha Franklin collection. Really good, really, really nice. One thing about it though is trying to get a clean copy. So it has been played with problems. This has got a slight warp to it, but there are some, to get a clean copy is quite difficult. This is my second copy. And it's such a shame because I think of all my 33 RPM records, this is like a 45. This is like a one step in my opinion. This sounds as good as a 45 RPM one step. It is that good. It's deep, it's rich, it's punchy, but it's also very intimate. Black, lovely black spaces where there's quietness, very intimate. But it's the background crackle in not very many parts, but in some noticeable parts, it's just like, oh, if that wasn't there, this would be absolutely perfect. So, but really worth checking out. It's dead cheap as well. I think it was about 19 quid, which is beautiful. So I'm disappointed that they couldn't get this right in the manufacturing. I think it was RTI where it was pressed. It's just such a shame. I did actually buy. I got A Spell on You as well, and that was horrendous. I had 3 copies of that. All went back. They were dreadful. They were unlistenable, and they were like a Mexican hat. One of them was like a wavy like this. Anyway, but if you can get your hands on this, get a clean copy. You are laughing for the quality that this can provide. Next on the list, Anne Peebles, Straight from the Heart. This is lovely. Very, very quiet. Again, very intimate. There's a bit of funk in there. It's soft. It's got that lovely recording kind of feel from 1970. I want to say like 1971. Could be wrong. I'm going to get shot down. I think it was 1971. But it's really lovely. If you get your hands on this, Speaker's Corner has done a great job on it. Great quality, beautiful pressing, flat, good quality jacket as well. And if you can get your hands on this, I would thoroughly recommend it. Again, this sits very well with Nina and Sarah, and does a really good job when I want to listen to some female vocalists. Sort of lovely sort of jazz soul. Excellent. Moving on to something a bit more grungier from the 90s, which has been a revelation to me because I wasn't sold on it back then, but I am now, and that's Nirvana's Nevermind. So I would recommend you seeking this out. Now, lots of shootout videos on YouTube in our vinyl community. I know Mike at the In-Groove has done a really good one. And this, sadly, is an Amazon purchase. But what was quite interesting is it's on the Back to Black label. And when it came, I looked at the dead wax. It's got BG, which is Bernie Grumman's mastering signature. And I could tell straight away it is incredibly crisp and punchy, and it's just been beautifully done. And the vinyl is clean, very, very clean. And the guitars just, they're almost like in my room. So this doesn't go on very often, only because it's just, yeah, I've got to keep the volume down. But when I can let it rip, it's fantastic. But it's a beautiful, clean record, and I'm stoked to have this. It was an Amazon purchase again, but that was again very cheap. But on the Back to Black with Bernie Grumman's mastering, you can't go wrong. Moving on to a jazz artist which I've just felt, well, I've got really into recently in the last couple of months. It's Freddie Hubbard's and Stanley Turrentine in concert, and this is volume 1 and volume 2. But interestingly, what I love about it is it's got Ron Carter, Herbie Hancock, and Jack DeJohnette and Eric Gale. Beautiful gatefold with a little bit of session photography there, or concert photography. And this is really, really, really funky. It's incredibly catchy, and it's just a sort of jazz that I'm looking for me. This is spot on. It's chaotic, it's a little bit experimental. I love the way Herbie is playing almost a dreamlike melodic background tune in the backgrounds, but certainly to tracks like Hornet. It's Jack on the drums. You know, he's allowed to kind of get the space to experiment and express himself, and I think this is fantastic. This is one of my favourite go-to jazz concert albums at the moment. I'm very happy, and thank you to Speaker's Corner for doing a really good job. That led me on to another Freddie Hubbard album, which is Freddie Hubbard's Straight Life, again with Ron Carter, Jack DeJohnette, Herbie Hancock, Joe Henderson, and Richard Landrum. And this is on the Analog Pure Pleasure label. It's not a gatefold. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a gatefold. And there is some session photography there. Look, stunning. And this just kicks ass. It is fantastic. When you first listen to the trumpet at the beginning of side 1, you think, what on earth is this? This is avant-garde. This ain't gonna... And then it cuts in with what's happening, and then Herbie kicks in, and it's just funky as hell. It's really good. I love that cover as well. I love that cover. So that's on the Pure Pleasure. Again, as it says on the label, 180 gram, analog, limited edition. I don't know what limited edition means anymore. I don't think any of us know really what it means. But it's been remastered, and if you want some funky, really lovely happening jazz from a really great group, this is the one to get with live in concert. So that's it for now. I'll make another video once I've got some more records, but I hope you've had a really good Christmas, and I will speak to you all soon. Many thanks. Bye.